Morning comes without asking, and the kitchen light clicks on before anyone else speaks. A mug waits by the sink, chipped on the rim, holding yesterday's quiet. The floor is cool, and the house feels larger at this hour. There are lunches to pack and names to call softly down the hallway. A note is folded into a pocket, keys are found again, the door remembers its sound. Someone needs help with a zipper, someone else is already late. You keep moving because it seems easier than stopping. Because everyone else is already standing there, looking toward the day. The kettle begins to hiss, and the clock keeps its small, steady insistence. Outside, a bird crosses the pale window, and the street stays quiet a little longer. Inside, breath settles, hands remember what they are for. The day waits without comment, while shoes line up by the door, ready again. The morning keeps unfolding in small, familiar ways. A spoon rests in the sink, catching light from the window. The radio murmurs something half-heard, then fades back into the room. There is a list in your head that never quite writes itself down. It moves with you from counter to table, from hallway to door. Milk needs to be poured, a permission slip signed, a reminder spoken twice. Someone asks where their other sock went. Someone else is already halfway out of the room, answering before the question finishes. You bend, you reach, you hand things over without thinking much about it. The clock stays where it always is. Its ticking is not loud, just persistent enough to be noticed when everything else pauses for a breath. Time does not rush, but it does not wait either. You find yourself standing while others sit, pouring while others eat, listening while your own thoughts line up quietly behind the noise. A chair scrapes back. A backpack thumps against the wall. The door opens, then closes, and the air changes slightly when it does. There is still more to do. Dishes left from last night. A surface that could be wiped, a floor that remembers yesterday. You move through it because that is how the day stays together. One small motion leads to the next. Hands already know where to go. Sometimes you notice your shoulders lifting without being asked. Not from effort exactly, but from readiness. From staying alert to what might be needed next. The kettle clicks off. Steam thins and disappears. The mug is finally filled, then set down untouched as another voice calls your name. You answer without raising your voice. You answer even when the question is small. Even when it has already been answered before. The house is awake now. Light spreads into corners that were dim a moment ago. The morning has found its shape. You pass the mirror without stopping. There is a face there you recognize, though you do not linger. There is no time for that kind of looking. A crumb sticks to the counter. You brush it away with the side of your hand. It is an easy motion, practiced, almost gentle. Someone laughs down the hall. Someone sighs. Life keeps making its ordinary sounds. You carry things from room to room. Not because anyone asked just now. Because you already knew they would need to be there. A jacket is lifted, sleeves held open. Shoes are tied again, more tightly this time. The day keeps leaning forward. At some point, you realize you are still standing. Still holding. Still watching the edges so nothing falls. The room does not thank you. It does not need to. It simply stays together because you are there. A plate is stacked. A chair is pushed in. The door waits, patient as ever. Later, the day rearranges itself around errands and messages. A phone vibrates against the table, face down, insisting quietly. You glance at it, then finish what your hands are already doing. There is a bag to carry. Groceries settle into their places, heavier than expected. The strap pulls on your shoulder as you unlock the car. Traffic moves in its uneven way. Someone brakes too quickly. Someone waves an apology that barely reaches the window. You wait at the light longer than usual. The red feels personal for a moment, then it doesn't. The light changes when it does, without explanation. At home again, the door closes with a familiar weight. Shoes are nudged aside, just enough. The house exhales into its usual afternoon quiet. You put things away where others will find them later. Fruit rinsed and lined up. Leftovers stacked so they can be reached without asking. A note is left on the counter. Not dramatic. Just enough words to keep the evening smooth. There is work that does not belong to anyone officially. Laundry folded while the machine hums on. Corners matched, socks paired, a missing one set aside without comment. You notice how often your name is spoken. From another room. From behind a screen. From someone who needs help reaching something just out of view. You answer, even when the answer is simply presence. Even when no solution is required. Even when you are tired of the sound of your own voice. Afternoon light shifts across the floor. Dust shows itself briefly, then disappears again. Nothing here is urgent, but everything is waiting. You stand at the sink longer than necessary. Water runs over your hands, warm and steady. For a moment, no one is calling. Then the sound returns. A question. A request. A reminder about later. You dry your hands and turn. Movement resumes. The pause closes without ceremony. There are decisions made quietly. What to cook? What to postpone? What can wait another day without falling apart? You choose the path that asks the least from everyone else. Not because it is best. Because it is possible. A chair is pulled out. A bag is unpacked. Something forgotten is found again. The afternoon stretches, then shortens. Time bends around small needs. You adjust with it. You notice how rarely you sit all the way down. How often you perch at the edge. Ready to rise again. A window is open just enough. Air moves through the room. The sound of the street slips in and then passes. You are still going. Not loudly. Not heroically. Just steadily. Just because the day is built that way. Just because stopping has not yet found a place. The clock shifts toward evening. The house prepares for another change. You remain where you are, holding the middle. Evening comes in quietly, without the sharp edges the morning had. Light lowers itself against the walls. The house feels closer now, as if it has leaned in. Dinner waits in pieces. Something simmers. Something else cools on the counter longer than planned. The sound of a drawer closing is softer at this hour. Voices drop a little. Footsteps slow, almost without noticing. You stand at the stove and watch steam rise. It fogs the air briefly, then clears. There is comfort in this repetition, though no one names it. Someone tells you about their day in fragments. A sentence about school. A sentence about nothing important. You nod while stirring. You nod even when your attention drifts. The motion keeps time for both of you. Plates come out. Not all the same. Some chipped, some lighter than they look. You know which one belongs to whom. This knowledge lives in your hands. It does not need thought. The table fills unevenly. A phone buzzes once, then is silenced. A chair tips back, then settles again. You sit for a moment. Not fully. Just long enough to be counted as there. Food passes from one side to another. Someone forgets to say thank you. Someone remembers later. The room holds its noise gently. Not loud. Just alive. There is a pause when everyone is chewing. Forks rest. Eyes wander. In that space, something inside you loosens. Only slightly. Enough to notice your own breath again. The day's weight shifts. It does not leave. It just sets down beside you instead of on your shoulders. A glass tips, then steadies. A napkin is offered without words. Small rescues happen all the time here. You notice the way the light has changed. Warmer now. Lower. as if the day is preparing to step away. Conversation thins. Someone asks what comes next. The question hangs without urgency. You answer with something simple. Later? Soon. We'll see. The plate's empty. Not all at once. Some are pushed away half full. You collect them. Not quickly. Not slowly. Water runs again. The sink fills and empties. Hands move through what is left. The room behind you softens. Chairs scrape back. The table is cleared down to its shape. You dry one plate longer than needed. The towel absorbs the heat. The moment stretches quietly. There is less to manage now. Less to anticipate. The edges of the day round off. You lean against the counter. Just for a breath. No one notices. The house hums with a low, evening sound. Appliances. Distant traffic. A door closing somewhere nearby. You are still here. Still holding the shape of things. But the grip has eased. The day does not need as much from you anymore. It has almost finished asking. Night settles more deliberately. Lights are switched on one by one, smaller pools inside the dark. The house grows quieter without becoming still. Someone disappears into a room with a screen. Someone else lingers in the hallway, not ready yet. You move between them, carrying a cup, a reminder, a soft answer. The floor feels different under bare feet now. Cooler. Smoother. You notice how sound travels at this hour. A cough down the hall. Water filling a glass. A drawer opened carefully, then closed again. You sit at the edge of the bed while someone talks. Words come slower. Stories loop back on themselves. You listen without correcting. Without finishing the sentences for them. Time stretches to make space. A light is turned off. Another remains on, dimmed. The room settles into a softer shape. You straighten something that did not need fixing. A pillow fluffed. A book set back on its stack. These small motions feel different now. Less like keeping things going. More like letting them rest. You notice your own body again. The weight of it. The places where the day stayed longer. There is a moment when nothing is asked. It surprises you. You do not rush to fill it. Outside, a car passes slowly. Its sound fades without interruption. The night keeps its distance. You lean against the doorframe. Arms folded, then dropped. Breath lengthens on its own. Someone calls goodnight. The words are quieter than before. They land gently. You answer in the same tone. No extra meaning. Just enough. The house changes when doors close. Rooms become separate again. Private. You walk through the dim space. Turning off what no longer needs to be on. Leaving one lamp, low. There is a chair that finally holds you. Fully this time. Your feet rest flat on the floor. The room does not ask for anything. It simply exists around you. You notice how rare that feels. Your hands rest in your lap. They feel warm. They feel tired. The day is still present, but distant now. Like a sound heard through a wall. Muted. You remember something ordinary from earlier. Not important. Just real. A smell. A laugh. The way light hit the counter for a second. These things return without effort. They do not demand attention. They arrive and pass. You stay where you are. Not thinking about tomorrow yet. Not reviewing what was done. The quiet thickens. Not heavy. Just steady. You breathe and nothing interrupts. No one calls your name. No one needs the next thing. The night holds the house. And for a moment, it holds you too. The house settles into its late rhythm. Not asleep yet. Just less alert. A show murmurs from another room, voices blending into one long sound. You pass by without stopping. The story belongs to someone else tonight. In the kitchen, the counter is mostly clear. 1 cup remains. You rinse it slowly, listening to the water. The tap turns off with a familiar click. Silence steps closer. It is not empty. You move through the rooms once more, checking without counting, making sure doors are where they should be. A blanket is pulled higher. A charger is plugged in. Small assurances placed quietly in the dark. You pause near the window. Outside, lights in other homes glow briefly, then go out. The neighborhood breathes together. Your reflection appears faintly in the glass. Not sharp. Just enough to know you are there. You look without evaluating. Without adjusting. The moment passes. The day has thinned to a few remaining sounds. A clock. A refrigerator. The soft hum of electricity doing its work. You notice how different your body feels now. Less lifted. Less braced. Your shoulders drop on their own. Your jaw unclenches slightly. No instruction needed. There is a thought that drifts by. About tomorrow. About what has not yet been done. You do not follow it. It keeps moving on its own. You sit again. This time without watching the door. Without listening for footsteps. The chair holds your weight easily. It has done this before. It knows how. Your hands rest against fabric. The texture grounds them. Nothing else is required. Time stretches, then loosens. Minutes pass unnoticed. The night does not mind. A sound from outside startles briefly. Then fades. The quiet returns without apology. You realize how much of the day was spent leaning forward. Anticipating. Responding. Here, there is no edge. No next task forming yet. Just this space. You breathe and the air feels cooler. Cleaner somehow. As if it has been waiting. The house feels larger again. Not from emptiness. From room to be. You remember standing all morning. Moving all afternoon. Holding all evening. The memory does not weigh you down. It simply acknowledges itself. Then rests. A light is turned off. The last one. Darkness fills in gently. You remain seated for a while longer. Long enough for stillness to notice you. Long enough to be counted as present. Nothing asks you to keep going. Nothing asks you to stop. The moment stays neutral. The night holds steady. And you stay with it. Just for now. Later still, the house has almost finished its conversation with the day. Rooms are dark except for thin lines of light under doors. The air feels heavier, settled. You move more quietly now, even when no one is watching. Each step is placed. Each sound softened. The hallway looks longer at night. Familiar, but altered. As if it belongs to another hour entirely. You stop in the doorway of a room. Someone sleeps there, breathing steady. The rhythm is slow, practiced. You do not enter. You stand and listen. It feels like enough. The light behind you casts a faint shape on the floor. You turn it off. Darkness closes gently. In your own room, the bed waits without expectation. The sheets are cool when you pull them back. They hold the shape of earlier rest. You sit first. Just at the edge. The day is still loosening its grip. There is a sound from outside. Wind moving something light. It comes and goes. You lie back. The ceiling disappears into shadow. Nothing needs your attention up there. Your body releases in stages. Feet. Legs. The long stretch of your back. You notice how tired you are. Not dramatically. Just honestly. The tiredness does not ask for anything. It simply exists. It has earned its place. A thought surfaces. About how much you carried. How many times you answered without pause. You let it be a thought. You do not turn it into anything else. Breath slows. The space between breaths widens. The room stays quiet. The house holds itself now. Doors closed. Lights off. Everything where it belongs. You are no longer the structure. You are just another presence resting inside it. Outside, the night continues its own routines. Animals move. Cars pass far away. Inside, nothing shifts. Nothing needs to. Your hands find a place to rest. They open. They let go of the day's shapes. You feel the bed supporting you fully. No edge. No readiness. For the first time since morning, you are not oriented toward anyone else. Not listening. Not watching. The stillness does not announce itself. It simply arrives. Patient. You remain awake for a moment. Not thinking. Just aware. The quiet is thick enough to notice. Thin enough to breathe through. Somewhere in the house, a small sound settles. A pipe cooling. Wood adjusting. Then even that fades. There is only the steady presence of the night. You are here. The day is over. Nothing else is required. The room stays dark, but not empty. A small sound from outside passes and does not return. Your breathing finds its own pace. The day has loosened completely now. It no longer presses from behind. It rests somewhere farther back. You lie still and feel how the bed holds you. Not tightly. Just enough. There is no need to review anything. No need to replay the hours. They have already placed themselves where they belong. The quiet feels wide. It does not ask to be filled. It simply remains. Somewhere, a light in another house goes out. The night adjusts without comment. Everything continues at its own scale. You notice a softness where effort used to be. Not relief. Just absence. The body knows what to do with this. It settles. It stays. Thoughts drift through and pass. They do not need attention. They find their way out on their own. You are not moving toward tomorrow yet. You are not holding yesterday either. You are only here. The house does not need you to keep it together anymore. It has found its balance for the night. So have you. There is a moment when even listening feels unnecessary. Sound fades to background. Presence remains. The dark is kind. It does not rush you. It does not expect anything. You rest inside it. Not finishing. Not beginning. Just staying, until staying turns into sleep, without being noticed.